Hello, the topic is time and work. Questions based on time and work. Here is a question. A does certain work in 10 days. B does the same work in 20 days. Then question number A. How many days they take to complete the work working together. So the answer is, in such questions we assume the total work to be done. Let the total work is equal to LCM of the days taken by A and B. So 10, 20. So LCM of this 10, 20 is 20. Then we find A's 1 day work. A is taking 10 days to complete 20 units of work. Right? So 20, A is taking 10 days for 20 units. In 1 day, how many units he will complete? So that will be equal to 20 by 10 is equal to 2 units. So he is completing 2 units in 1 day. Similarly, we'll find B's 1 day work. B's 1 day work is equal to, B is taking 20 days to complete 20 units. So that means he must be doing 1 unit of work in 1 day. So having found this, let's now we know A and B are working together. So A plus B's, that is A's and B's combined 1 day work will be equal to this plus this. So 2 plus 1 is equal to 3 units. Then for doing 3 units or in 1 day, A plus B are doing 3 units, but they are supposed to complete 20 units of work, because that's what we assumed. The total work to be done is 20 units. So how many days they will take to complete 20 units? So that is equal to 20 into 1 divided by 3 is equal to 20 by 3 days, or 6 2 by 3 days. So A plus B, or A and B working together, will take these many days to complete the work. So second variation of, or second question is like this. If A and B start working together, but A leaves, or A left after 3 days of working, in how many days remaining work work will be completed by B. So answer is, we know A plus B is 1 day work is equal to 3 units. 3 units. So in 3 days, A and B must have completed. A plus B must have completed 3 into 3, 9 units of work, because in 1 day 3 units, so they have worked 3 days together. So in 3 days they must have completed 9 units of. Now the total work is 20 days. Total work is equal to 20 units. And out of those 20 units, 9 units is completed by A and B in 3 days. So remaining work is equal to 20 minus 9 is equal to 11 units. Remaining work is 11 units, which is which should be completed by B alone. So now 11 units will be completed by B alone. B in 1 day, does 1 unit of work. So how many days he will take to complete 11 unit? So which is equal to 11 into 1 divided by 1, that is 11 days. So B will complete the remaining work in 11 days. So the question was like this, and how many days remaining work will be completed by B? So B will complete the remaining work in 11 days. So if the question would have been like this, how many days, in how many days the total work will be completed? The number of days in total, or to complete the total work, will be equal to 3, which are taken by A and B all together, and 11 taken by B. So 14 days the total work or complete work will be done. Next question on the same information is like this. If A and B worked together and A left after few days and B alone completed the remaining work, in 8 days. After how many days A has left? Again, answer to this question. So So A alone is completing the work in 8 days. That means to complete the work in 8 days, or in 8 days, A must have done 8 units of work, because in one day he completes 1 unit of work, and in 8 days, B must have completed 8 units. So because in one day B completes 1 unit, so he is working alone for 8 days to complete the remaining work. So in 8 days he can complete 8 units of work. So that means out of 20 units, 8 for 8 unit B alone is working. That means A and B must have worked together to complete 20 units of work. So A plus B must have completed 12 units of work. So now how many days A and B will take to complete 12 units of work? A plus B in one day completes 3 units. We have seen it. A plus B in one day completes 3 units of work, that we have seen. So one day A plus B completes 3 units of work. So how many days they will take to complete 12 units of work? So that is equal to 12 by 3 is equal to 4 days. So A plus B takes 4 days to complete 12 units of work. That means A and B must have worked together for 4 days. That is A left after 4 days of working. So let's see one more variation of questions, one more question which can be asked on this. Question number D. So working alternatively. So now A and B are working on alternative days, starting with A. So in how many days they will complete the work together? So if we start from A, in one day A will complete 2 units of work. On the next day, that is on second day, B alone will work and will complete 2 units of work. 1 unit of work. So in total, 3 units are being completed in 2 days. Right? So we have to complete 20 units. 20 units of work we have to complete. So in 2 days, 3 units of work will be completed. So this cycle of 3 units will be repeated till we reach to 20. So on the third day, A will start working. He will complete 2 more units. Then B will start working. He will complete 1 more unit. And that means in 4 days, 6 units of work will be completed in 4 days. Right? So on next 2 days, 3 more units will be finished. So 3 units on first 2 days, 3 units on next 2 days, 3 units on next 2 days, plus 3 units on next 2 days, and 3 units on next 2 days. Right? So if you add this is 18 units. Right? If you try to add 3 more days, that will be 21 units of days, but we have to complete only 20 units of day, so I will not add this 20 units of day. So this 2 units of work is remaining, right? So 18 units of work is completed by A and B in 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2, that is 2 units for these 2 days for these 3 units, 2 days for these 3 units, likewise 2 days. So 2 into 6, so that is 2 into 6 days, or is equal to 12 days. 18 units of work will be completed in 12 days. So the remaining work is 2 days, and now it is turn of A, because we just finished here with B, so it is turn of A. So now A alone will work, and for completing 2 units of work, A will need 1 day, because in 1 day the work done by A will be 2 units. So to complete these 2 units, 1 day A will work, 1 day will be required for A to complete the remaining 2 units. So in total, 12 plus 1, 13 days required to complete the work starting from A. So now if I slightly change the question and say like this, how many days will be required, again working alternatively to finish the work, but now starting with B, right? So the idea is same. Now we are starting with B. So B works on first day and he will complete 1 unit of work. On next day A will start and he will complete 2 units of work. Again in 2 days they both will finish 3 units of work, right? Again on the next 2 days 3 more units will be finished. Next 2 days 3 more units will be finished. Likewise 18 units of work will be finished in 12 days. 18 units will be finished in 12 days. The work remaining is 2 units now, the remaining work. Work is 2 units, because we are supposed to finish 20 units of work. So 2 units is remaining. And now it is turn of B, because we started like this. We started with B, then A, B, A, and we at the end of 12th day A has finished. Okay. Right. So now it is turn of B. So B is supposed to work only for 1 day, right? So he will work on 1 day for 1 day, and he will in 1 day he can complete 1 unit of work, we know. So on 13th day, because 12 days are already gone, so on 13th day 1 unit of work will be done by B, right? So in total 19 units are done now. Still 1 unit is remaining, right? So on 20th day A starts working on 20th day, and in 1 day he can complete 2 units of work. So he has to complete 1 unit of work. To complete that 1 unit of work, he will work for half day, right? On 20th day the work will be finished. In fact, half day of 20th day. That means in 19 and a half day, in total in 19 and a half days, the work will be finished. So thanks for watching.